to trip in. I know we've gotten comfortable here in the lobby, but I'm willing to bet that somebody here is celebrating a birthday. We got a birthday. I heard somebody. Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Thank you for spending it with us. I appreciate it. I'm willing to bet that somebody here may be celebrating an anniversary. Hey, happy anniversary to you all. Happy anniversary to you. Over here too, happy congratulations. Mezzanine, I see you up there. Congratulations to all the anniversary couples. And one thing that I do know for a fact that we are all celebrating is another day of this gift called life. So once again, how are we all feeling on this beautiful evening? Yes, now that's what I'm talking about. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to the Peabody, Memphis, the South's Grand Hotel, where the world-famous Ducks march from the rooftop down to the lobby and back every single day. And once again, my name is Keenan Walker. I am the Duck Master here at the Peabody Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee, and I have the honor and the pleasure of marching the Ducks for you all this evening. But before I do, let me take you all on a journey. Now, keep in mind, this particular journey starts all the way back in 1869, when a man by the name of Colonel Robert Brinkley realized his lifelong dream of opening a state-of-the-art hotel that was only 2 blocks away from here, over on Main and Monroe, and it was called the Brinkley House. Now, this place was to set the standard for luxury and cuisine in the South, but unfortunately, right around the time that they were opening the doors to that facility, Colonel Brinkley's good friend and his investor, Mr. George Peabody, passed away over in London, England. So that prompted a name change. A name change from the Brinkley House to the Peabody Hotel. Now keep in mind, it remained in that original location for 55 years, hosting such dignitaries as President McKinley and Theodore Roosevelt. But then on September the 1st, 1925, the doors to this beautiful expansion building opened right here, at the same location where we're all standing and sitting, for the cost of $5 million and 2 years construction. But don't think that's the entire history of the Peabody Hotel. It's not even close. Everybody sitting here in the lobby area, whenever you get a chance, make sure you take a trip up to the mezzanine level and visit our memorabilia room. Now inside that room, you're going to find a collection of pictures and items and memos from the last few decades. Now, one of my personal favorite pieces of information inside of the memorabilia room is a framed letter. It was a letter from the general manager at that time, a man by the name of Gary Bell, a letter from him to the executive chef of Chez Philippe, our French restaurant, who was in the process of updating his menu. And basically, that letter says that even though you sell French cuisine inside of your restaurant, there better not be any anywhere on any menu inside the Peabody Hotel. And keep in mind, the combination between Ducks and the Peabody, it goes back a long time. Matter of fact, it goes all the way back to 1933, when the general manager at that time, a man by the name of Frank Shutt, he and a good friend of his named Chip Barwick, these two gentlemen decided to go on a duck hunt over in Arkansas in the middle of winter, along the icy cold waters of the Mississippi River. Now, like I mentioned, it was winter time. So these two men knew that they were going to need to try to find a creative way to stay warm while they were out there. So they decided to take another colleague along with them to help them to stay warm in the cold. A colleague by the name of Jack Daniels. Now, some of y'all know Jack. Otherwise known as Fine Tennessee Sipping Whiskey. Now these two knew they were going to need some liquid encouragement to stay warm while they were out there. But as the day went on, these two gentlemen had maybe just a bit too much encouragement. I decided that as a practical joke, that it would be funny to bring back the live duck decor that they were using, which was legal in Arkansas back then. They thought it would be a funny idea to bring those live duck decors back here to the Peabody Hotel and set them loose inside this lobby fountain. So that's exactly what they did. They laughed it off and they went back up to their room for the evening. Well, upon waking up that next morning, Frank Shutt was a little bit alarmed at the chaos he might have caused that previous day with that misdeed. He was the general manager, after all. So he rushed to the elevator and he came downstairs, and he was expecting to find ducks all over this lobby. But when he got down there, he was surprised to find two things. Number one, the ducks were still right here in this fountain. They hadn't gone anywhere. And number two, they started to attract visitors. People just like all these. People were absolutely amazed to see live animals frolicking inside the lobby down of the statue in the mines of Peabody. But then in 1940, the Peabody Hotel hired a gentleman by the name of Edward Pembroke to be a bellman. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you all will, let's send some love out to all of our outstanding bellmen. Thank you. But keep in mind that Mr. Pembroke, he was more than just a bellman. He was a brilliant man. Just so happened that earlier in his life, Mr. Edward Pembroke at one time had been a trainer for the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. So upon being hired, he told management, he said, hey, look, I got an idea. If you let me, I will take a group of North American mallard ducks, one male and 4 females. Instead of those 3 English call ducks you just have swimming around in that fountain down there, he said, I'll train them. I will train those ducks myself. I will first train those ducks to sleep upstairs on the rooftop inside of the Duck Palace. Then I will train the ducks to march from the Duck Palace across the rooftop to the door. Then I'll train them to march inside of the door all the way to the elevator. And then together, we'll get on that elevator and we will ride all the way downstairs to the lobby. When those doors open, I will train those ducks to march up a red carpet all the way to the lobby fountain every single morning at 11 o'clock. And then at 5 o'clock, I'll train the ducks to get back outside the fountain. I'll march them back up that red carpet and get back on the elevator. We'll ride back up to the rooftop where I will train the ducks to march back across the roof to get back into the Duck Palace where they will sleep for the rest of the night. Well, management was looking at Mr. Pembroke like, okay, if you think you can actually train those ducks to do all of that, then let's try it out. Let's see how you pull that off. Let's see how you make that happen. Mr. Pembroke marched the ducks here at the Peabody Hotel for the next 51 years. 51 years he marched ducks here at Peabody, and in doing so, he became a goodwill ambassador to the Peabody Hotel and the entire city of Memphis. He even appeared on television shows. Television shows such as The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson and the Sesame Street program, where he and his ducks got to celebrate National Rubber Ducky Day. They created magazine shoots as well. Magazines such as People magazine and even the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit edition. But don't worry, the ducks only showed a little leg. Now, if I was somebody like Mr. Pembroke and I was able to accomplish all that he did, I don't know, I might consider myself to be a master at what it was I pulled off. What do you want? Management thought the exact same thing. So they bestowed upon Mr. Edward Pembroke the title of the world's first duck master here at the Peabody Hotel. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Pembroke is no longer here with us. But I do know that his spirit His spirit is smiling and shining brightly on our ceremony here in the lobby this evening. Now there is a picture of Mr. Pembroke and his duck right over by the valley entrance. Make sure you stop by. I go take pictures with him. Pay your respects on the way outside the hotel. Now, that was the history of the Peabody Hotel and the legend of how the Duck March came to be. Now usually, the only thing left for me to do would be to take our 5 feathered friends outside this mountain, marching back up the red carpet and taking back upstairs to the Duck Palace for the rest of the evening. But every once in a while, we cross paths with some very, very special individuals. Individuals who just shine bright and exude greatness. And when we find these people, we feel that it's only right to deem them with the title of an honorary Duck Master. And we have such a person with us here this evening. So if you ladies and gentlemen will please do me a favor and put your hands together for today's honorary Duck Master, Mrs. Joan Mercado. With you. I mean, that alone is a reason to celebrate. But I feel like there's something else that we're celebrating today, too. What's so special about today? Today is Joan's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Joan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you all will do me a favor, at the count of 3, if everybody will scream out happy birthday, Joan, I sure would appreciate it. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Happy birthday! All right, Joan, now, we're going to march these ducks together. There's a few tools that you're going to need to be successful at the job. I will not set you up for failure, especially on your birthday. All right, so the first thing that you will definitely need is your very own official Peabody Hotel Duck Master rubber ducky. You're welcome. And you will definitely need your very own official Duck Master Camp. It's my pleasure. It's an honor. But there's still one final thing that we have to do to make this official, and that is to dedicate the proclamation. Joan, are you ready for this? All right, because you know your life is never going to be the same after this moment. You know that, right? All right, here we go. Whereas the daily march of the world-famous Peabody Ducks is a time-honored tradition, begun in 1933 and attended by countless visitors. And whereas the care and protection of the Peabody Ducks must be attended to on a daily basis and can only fall to persons of high standards and great distinction. And whereas you, Joan, are such a person, be it resolved that Joan Mercado has officially been chosen as today's honorary Duck Master. You all give her one more hand, please. All right, Joan, if you want me to set this and your duck on the table here, kind of lighten your load a little bit. Hold on to your can, because you will need that. All right, Joan, are you ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Joan and I are going to take our team of 5 feathered friends outside this mountain, marching back up the red carpet and taking back upstairs to the Duck Palace for the rest of the evening. And when those doors close, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you all will have witnessed the march of the world-famous Peabody Ducks. Hey, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Thank you. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Have your attention, please. Welcome to the historic Peabody Hotel. At the center of the grand lobby, the point where the Mississippi Delta has been said to begin, stands the classic Peabody fountain, carved from one piece of Italian travertine marble. Although famous in its own right, the fountain is better known the world over because of its residents. If I may direct your attention to the fountain now, you will witness a tradition begun in the 1930s at the South Grand Hotel, an experience uniquely yours as a guest of the Peabody. Preparing to return to their penthouse on the 4th night, ladies and gentlemen, the march of the world-famous Peabody Ducks.
All right, let's do Say hello to all of our first-time visitors. Say hello to all of our returning visitors. All the boys and girls by the carpet. And everybody celebrating something special.